I did a video yesterday explaining the difference between murder and manslaughter after receiving an email regarding a question that a reader had about a college basketball player who was charged with felony murder in Georgia. Mr. Teshaun Hightower was charged with murder there in Georgia, and while I'm not licensed in the state of Georgia, the reader had asked if I could explain what a felony murder was with regards to Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So felony murder, remember, is a killing which occurs during the commission of a felony, and a person is guilty of that if during the commission of that felony the killing occurs. So basically that is murder of the second degree in Pennsylvania. It carries with it a life sentence. It's also a life sentence in New Jersey, and I believe it's a life sentence in Georgia. Murder of the first degree is premeditated intentional murder in Pennsylvania, and all other murder is murder of the third degree. When it comes to manslaughter, manslaughter and murder obviously both fall under the homicide category, and both involve the intentional killing. Where they differ is the concept of malice. Where there is no malice, that's what really separates the manslaughter from murder. So in this situation with the Hightower case, I believe that the defense lawyer who represents either Mr. Hightower or his brother has already said that this was a self-defense shooting. I believe it's Mr. Hightower's brother did shoot and kill this individual, but it was done in self-defense. So at this point, it seems clear that they're not disputing that there was someone who obviously did do this act, but they're disputing obviously the felony murder charge against Mr. Hightower. And what they are alleging is that while the death did occur, it occurred as a result of a self-defense. It's my understanding that I believe the alleged victim did have a gun, and that obviously Mr. Hightower's brother had a gun and obviously did use it. So when it comes to a defense for a manslaughter charge, typically if a person is charged with murder or manslaughter, the defense is going to put forth a self-defense argument. And if the jury finds the person guilty of manslaughter, what they found is it was an imperfect self-defense for whatever reason that the jury found, or the judge found if it's a bench trial, the person acted, but that action was not justified to provide a defense. So they're guilty of the manslaughter charge. Manslaughter in Pennsylvania is a felony of the first degree. It is a crime of the second degree in New Jersey. It can be a crime of the first degree in New Jersey, and that's aggravated manslaughter. So New Jersey, unlike Pennsylvania, makes that distinction. I'm not sure if Georgia makes a distinction, but obviously being convicted of manslaughter is much better than being convicted of murder, where it's a potential life sentence. From a defense standpoint, it's really important to understand that self-defense, it's going to require the prosecution to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the actor was not acting in self-defense when he did what he did. So it's still obviously a serious charge. The maximum punishment for instance, in Pennsylvania for a felony of the first degree is 20 years. But there's no mandatory minimum sentencing. So there's not the mandatory minimum life sentencing that we see with murder of the first degree, murder of the second degree, which is felony murder. So obviously it's a much lesser of a charge. So if you have additional questions about anything that you see or read about, we're more than happy to answer them. If you've been charged with a crime, whether it be an assault or even a murder charge, if a friend or family member has questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Our office is continuing to answer questions and represent clients during this shutdown. Our phone number is 215-755-9000. I hope you're all doing well during this shutdown. It's Monday afternoon, and hopefully we will have a good week. I'll talk to you soon.